Okay, so I'm pretty confident we can do this right again, hopefully.
And the microphone will be recording.
You know, it's episode 30, so we're, I don't know, it'll work.
Oh, episode 30, so you brought him a triple M. I see.
A what?
Triple M.
I don't know.
Names.
Oh, right. Duh. Yeah, I did. Eventually. So, you know, yeah, totally professional. We know exactly what we're doing here. Sometimes we don't.
You're not streaming, right?
No, it's going. It's going.
Offline.
It's going. I know. I gotta. I mean, hold.
Why did
Prove
you set
point.
your privacy to public this time?
There. Happy?
I'm happy.
It's real now.
Thanks.
It's real. Okay.
Appreciate you.
It's just YouTube was getting a little wonky
You
there.
can make sure the privacy is public anytime.
Okay.
Don't start saying other things that are wrong with the stream because you're freaking me
That was
out.
only one time.
Are we gonna cut the show now and do it again?
No, we're not. We're not. We just broadcasted for 1 minute and 52 seconds, completely silent. So, which is probably good because we had a dumb intro.
It's good editor to put crickets in.
I'll get right on that. Editor, put crickets in now.
Wow, you got Alexa too?
You hear that? We actually have no sound because there is no editor. Crickets. Now. I promise you. No. So,
I have no idea what's going on.
neither do I. I gave up. Don't pull up a sound bite, Matt.
No, I'm looking at text. Sorry.
Yeah, right. You're a liar. I'm your host, Marsh. These are my co-hosts.
The radical machine.
And
Socrates.
then,
The game master.
okay.
Or if Greg was one of the people listening during the show.
Probably. I wouldn't
didn't
doubt
say
it.
anything. But I remember there was a mystery guest one time.
Yeah, we get that a couple of times.
Seen Terpay in a while.
Yeah. I'm not going to question anything, really.
Oh, yeah.
There's obviously better things to do.
Hey, I'm not
Yeah.
the only one bashing on the show now.
Yeah, just look at our view count.
Liz is just a piece of shit.
Hey, Socrates.
I'm sorry, Socrates
I
is a
speak
piece of
only
shit.
truth.
Alright.
We all are in our own way.
What did you say earlier about it? Something?
That was a
Like
weird. You're
earlier
playing the
tonight.
pronoun game.
Earlier tonight, you said something about the show.
He's really excited about the topic that you're going to discuss,
Oh,
which was...
I don't remember. I thought you
don't
were.
remember what the topic is?
No, I do remember what the topic
That's what
is.
he was saying he's excited about.
You know what we're doing right now, though? We're hyping it up.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Ooh.
yeah.
Playing the
Prepare to
pronoun
be
game.
disappointed, everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, too
The
much
hype. We're hyping
You really
it up.
did just go there.
We're gonna go to Planet Hype now, courtesy of Futurama, and that was Fox, right? Or is it Comedy Central?
Comedy Central.
Yeah. So brought to you by Comedy Central. Thanks, guys, for the $100,000.
I say you put a picture of Pizza Planet on there to go with it.
No, I'm not gonna.
Because planets.
Yeah, I get it. You know,
Speaking of planets, the particular.
can we just leave Earth?
I'm not sure.
I want to leave Earth.
No,
Let's
no,
go to
no,
Mars.
no. The line is, I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Pull up that picture.
Oh,
This show is so ruined.
better yet.
Can we retitle this episode to episode 30, the last episode?
Is it the last episode, or are you not gonna come back?
We can talk, Marshall.
I have a question.
That'll be fun.
I'm not a Futurama person. Is this Planet Hype a
Neither
letdown, or is
am
it
I.
actually hype?
Why is there a VR John Wick game?
That's what I want.
That's a good
Sounds
question,
terrible.
yeah, because I don't know either.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
There you go. There you go.
Hey, do you know the answer to my question, though, or no?
I wasn't paying attention.
Planet Hype, is it actually hype, or is it disappointment?
It's probably a disappointment. I've never seen this episode.
Someone let me know later on.
Yeah.
Someone got really excited
it's
and
actually
crashed their
disappointing.
car into the top of the building.
Isn't that the Simpsons car?
I don't know. It looks
Doesn't
like
that
a
look like the
Simpsons
Simpsons car?
Could
That
be.
looks like a
You
future
don't-
car.
You don't watch Simpsons. It's a Cadillac.
I watch stuff.
Oh, you know what? That's
You
like
had a Simpsons
not
car?
my car.
Or
That's what it was. You
the
said that
theater?
you never paid attention to the show, Matt. I finally remember what the shit talk was.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Jackass.
What are we talking about again?
Hype.
All right.
Wow.
What
So
about it?
the topic is: when has hype ever ruined the experience of a product?
All the time.
Probably. Meaning,
No.
and I'm not gonna even go put a picture up of the very, very easy target because it's been overdone, just like the hype was. So, main subject for the hype ruined the experience because it was not what it lived up to be. No Man's Sky.
Oh,
It's too easy.
We are going in that direction then, after all, because I thought you were gonna say something else.
Well,
I honestly thought you were gonna say something else.
you can give that answer too.
I'm just gonna say that straight up. You thought I was gonna mention a certain KH game again, huh?
No,
No?
not
No.
even that.
Well, that
15?
Nope.
Wow. I don't even know what you're talking about now
As-
anymore.
As a philosopher, I can see things that, from points of view that other people can't.
KH was not ruined by
I thought you were gonna say.
KH3 is ruined by
I
hype.
thought you were gonna say
I thought it was
airsoft.
ruined by.
Oh.
Because
no.
you hyped yourself up so much for it. And you're like, huh? I'm just playing against a bunch of little kids.
That
This is
okay. So we'll get into that a little later on. We're actually gonna tackle the topic first, and then
That's
we'll
a first for this show.
yeah, no kidding.
Looking at my messages.
And then we're gonna go through and talk about the week. Pirates of the Caribbean, airsoft, the
So all the stuff that I can't talk about because I didn't experience it.
yet. Anyway, we'll get into that. But no, so like, just as an experience of like, you heard so much about either it could be an experience like a movie or a video game or a book.
People really get hyped up about books.
Yes.
I
Yes.
don't think they get as much
The
publicity.
newest like,
Stephen
Bible
King?
book comes out.
No.
Those fangirls-
God,
those
no.
Fangirls got hyped, dude.
Stephen
That
King.
is actually very accurate.
Stephen King, Harry Potter. I can tell you, Brahms books, Krampus, The Child Thief, The Lost Gods. I read maybe 50 pages of Krampus, loved every second of it. Haven't read it since, and when I found out that he released a new book, I'm like, I gotta get this now.
Even though you only read 50 pages first.
I like his style.
I don't know why he stopped either.
I like his style. I enjoy it. But yeah, the hype can exist for books as well.
Yeah, the author's famous.
Do we have a fifth co-host in the background? The Kroger leader is here.
Hi.
All hail our
I
overlords.
thought KH was being ruined by business policies. not
True.
by-
And then it's
Yeah, let's not go back to that.
yeah, no,
Okay.
it's
That's starting
it's
to-
slowly falling into Half-Life 3
Oh,
realms.
like that.
Oh,
Where-
we're I almost said Fallout. Half-Life.
It's got
Half-Life
Fallout.
3 is like a mythical thing at this point because it doesn't actually exist exactly.
Yeah, I know.
So it's just a
Curse
mythical.
you, Gabe Newell.
Now, Gabe has said if
Yeah.
Half-Life 3 ever becomes a thing, he's not going to be a part of it because the hype is just too real. People will automatically be disappointed. There's no way that Valve can make a Half-Life 3 that is
Which is why they don't
anywhere
make
good.
it then. At that point, it
Right.
It is and always will be a myth.
No, they should. I was thinking how much they would sell. They care about money.
They would. Okay,
Yeah.
that is true.
So, like crazy.
That is a good point.
guess if
Someone suggested that they make Half-Life 3 and they just put it up on the Steam page. Not even like on the front page, they just release it.
Just put it on the store and see how long it takes people to catch on.
Yeah. Yeah, someone suggested that.
It would go viral instantly. They'd be like, "What is this real?" One person would buy it. Oh my gosh!
Someone's going through the coding of the Steam store, and when they see HL3 or HL episode 3, the internet just explodes.
What would be amazing is if they bundled it with like a kids game. So like no one's expecting you to buy like Barbie's Puppy Rescue, and then you buy it, and it's like also bundled with Half-Life 3.
That's like a
As
Fight
an
Club
expansion. It'll be
Unless you
listed
buy
as
that.
a
DLC.
expansion.
It's the only way you can get it is if you buy that game.
That's like Fight Club. If you have the, I want to say it's the Blu-ray version of Fight Club, the 10th anniversary. It'll start up as Drew Barrymore's Never Been Kissed menu screen. So literally when I first got it, I'm like, what's going on here? This is not right. And then it just breaks down, and then it's like Fight Club. I'm like, this is much better.
I wonder if the book starts off that way.
No.
I want to say Monty Python and the Holy Grail starts off in a different language, and so you think you've got it on the wrong setting. And then like, because I just found a copy of it, and I put it in, and I'm like, oh, I failed. I picked the wrong version or something like that, and then it kept going, and then like, because there's no subtitles, or the subtitles might be in a different language too, or something like that, and then it keeps going, and then it just turns into like craziness, and then it starts off. Like they totally.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Is that from the original production or a reproduction of it?
Probably, because that whole movie is just nuts.
Yeah.
Have you seen that movie yet?
I have not.
Do I have it?
That's comparable in terms of ridiculousness to Big Trouble in Little China. Except for it doesn't try to. I feel like that one you can't tell if it takes itself seriously half the time.
Yeah.
This one clearly doesn't.
Yeah,
so
okay.
it's not as funny to me because it's like, okay.
It's clearly not trying to.
But it's still very good. Hey, I'm going to hype it up for you real quick.
And now Marshall's going to get the
Got it.
video.
Got it. I found it. We can watch it. Watch so many things.
Please join us for the next hour and a half. As we
I'd rather not stay up all night again after I've done that the last couple weekends.
89 minutes. That's not bad. That's doable.
Yeah, another night. I'm totally serious.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, I wasn't. So yeah, so what sort of things can you guys come up with that the hype has ruined the experience for you?
No
Don't
Man's
start
Sky.
with me.
You didn't even touch No Man's Sky.
But I know everyone hated it.
So you've
And-
anti-hype then.
It's an easy.
You're not excited at all to play it.
It's an
I know
easy
about
mark,
the
which is
hype,
what.
and I know everyone hated it.
Maybe
It's-
you're actually not enjoying something because everyone has told you not to play it.
Right. That's a really good philosopher's point of view.
Thank you, Socrates.
Kind of like Sword Art, where everybody just rips on it half the
I'm
time.
just so confused. I don't know what that means.
What?
Anti-hype.
Like, alright, so if you were really
You
excited to
hear-
play something,
you're really-
and then you play it
yeah.
and you get let down, you're like, oh, that sucks. And the opposite is true in this case, possibly. Maybe No Man's Sky you would absolutely love, but since everyone hates on it,
Right.
you're not even going to try to play it.
Yeah, has there ever been a case where you're like really looking forward to something and then you like go online and read reviews and it's just like all bad reviews? And you're like, what?
Yeah.
But I would have liked that. Oh, now I don't even want to play it now because I've heard so many bad things about it.
Look up any Rotten Tomatoes.
14%. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh god, what's the,
No, I feel like that can happen all the time, especially with like movies, because it'd be like, you know, you're really hyped up for something, like, man, I really want to see that movie, and then
Any
like you,
Netflix movie that they hype up.
or even
their
like just
movies
like
with the
even like
descriptions.
it's not even like reading on the internet. Like if you were to like have like coworkers or something, just like you eavesdrop and hear a conversation about people ripping on something, and you're like, huh.
perfect point right here. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. The critics rating is 29%. The audience score is 70.
So like if you only paid attention to the critics' point of view, you'd be like, huh, I don't even want to see this movie then.
Right. That's a weird thing. In the critics' score rating, it's like so many out of 10, but the audience is so many out of 5.
It's just not even consistent.
That's
Not
weird.
even real statistics.
That's really weird. But
I wonder
what
why-
was?
Why the critics didn't like it.
Because they hate everything.
They hate everything.
Oh, hello.
Zelda.
Certified Fresh Wonder Woman trailer.
Wow.
Oh wow.
I heard it was really good.
I
was
was
gonna see it anyway because I don't care about it.
So can we go see it now, Marshall?
I wasn't that interested in Wonder
Why?
Woman.
Why? Let's break it down.
We saw the trailer at the last movie we went to see, which was Alien. And,
Last movie we went to see was Pirates, by the way,
Oh.
not Alien.
okay. Anyway, he saw the trailer, said, oh, doesn't look that entertaining.
Okay, so you saw a trailer. Thought it didn't look entertaining. Now people are hyping it up for you. You're gonna see it and you're gonna be disappointed.
That might be true.
Now you just took the topic in another direction. When were you not interested in something, then people hyped it up, so you caved in and went and experienced it, and then
Don't
you
make
ended up
me.
not actually liking it.
Don't
You're like-
make me.
You're like,
You know exactly where I'm going with. Don't.
I don't.
I want to know.
You should. Because
Oh,
if I break down, you get $20.
Oh, Destiny 2?
Destiny.
Hey,
Like I had no
That's not
interest.
the same, though, because you think it might be good. You just think you don't want to spend your time on it.
Yeah.
I have another.
No,
reason.
not that. I'm talking about the original Destiny.
Oh.
I had no desire to go and play Destiny. So I tried it
I'll go
out
play
at the
it.
lounge.
Mhm.
It's like, okay, fine. I get it. Not my thing.
Mhm.
And then the new one came out and it's like, oh, we're doing this. And now there's this. And then we've got all this now. I'm like, damn it.
180 hours later, you're like,
150.
okay, 150 hours later,
Maybe.
you're like, you know what? Yeah, I didn't really like this.
I don't know if that's
I allowed
the same,
myself to.
because at that
Yeah.
point you've invested 150 hours. Clearly, you found something enjoyable. out of
Yeah,
it.
that's true.
Yeah, that was a weird thing, too. And then it's like, I kind of regretted that.
So
And
it's
then
like
I reflected
pizza.
back.
You ate too much of it, and then you were disappointed with yourself after.
That's
Yeah.
like everyone
Yeah.
else.
I
That is-
I
Oh,
look
I
back
hate
on
Destiny,
it.
but I'm gonna put so many hours into it.
I look back and I can honestly not say why I sunk so much time into it. Like maybe it was just because it was the
Maybe
cool
if you
thing
play
to do.
Destiny 2, maybe you'll feel for it again, and you'll see what you found enjoyable.
It's not gonna happen, man. I already got sucked into. Well, not yet, but I'll be getting sucked into Rift because of her sister.
She hyped it up for you.
Talks about it, yeah. And then I went and I
well,
looked at it. I'm
does.
like, no, son of a bitch, no.
I
I
have
don't
something
wanna
else
play
up
this.
For you,
What?
Darksiders. You were like, I don't want to play this. It didn't seem that good, and then I wanted to get it, and you.
Then you got into it, and then the series got canceled.
Yeah.
And then
You
That's
saw
the
me
only.
play it,
That's
yeah.
the only reason. Oh yeah, no, that's right. She's talking about when we first got Darksiders.
Mhm.
Like I saw it, I'm like, okay, looks like Devil May Cry. I don't really care. Then she played it and got way farther into it than what I ever did. I'm like, man, now I gotta go play this.
It was a matter of pride. You like, she can't get further than me in a game. That is,
Gotten further
that is
than-
unacceptable.
I've gotten further than him into
Every
a lot
Lego
of
game you
games.
can imagine.
Yeah.
Is further.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you gotta
I'll
start
never
playing
play a
Lego
Lego game. I just,
What
I
if the
don't.
next one's really hyped up.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Jurassic.
What if
I
they-
build Legos.
Marshall, in Jurassic World, you can make dinosaurs and mix and match them.
I don't care.
See,
What if they had
I thought you
Lego?
would.
What if they had Lego Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, you'd play that. I'd play that. Are you kidding me? There's no way.
He probably would.
He'd be lying to himself if he wasn't gonna play that. That'd be
Yeah.
Or Lego
Yeah,
Witcher.
no.
I would play that in a heartbeat too.
Lego
Lego
Witcher.
Lego Witcher?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
I would play that.
How would they even make that
Are you kidding me?
possible?
Giant Lego
Warner
monsters. that
Brothers
you
has
run
so
around and
many
break
properties
apart.
that they
That'd
can
be
run with.
great. I would immediately.
You do know that it's like on the opposite sides of the world when it comes to
I'm
content,
not
right?
saying it would happen. I'm saying I would play it if it did. In a universe where that exists, I'm playing.
An M-rated Lego game. I think that's what I would play. Like if you shoot off one of the arms of like
What,
a
Lego
person,
blood spurts out?
not even Lego blood.
Oh,
Well,
that
maybe
makes
yeah.
Lego blood would be
But yeah. Instead of picking up like the silver and gold studs, it would be
Yeah,
red.
except that wouldn't be rated M though, because all those old school 3DO Army Men games.
Yeah,
like,
you got a
would,
point.
You would shoot at the guys, like especially on the computer games, and they would literally get blown into pieces. You like
So we up the ante and then we make them suffer.
Okay, so regardless.
which they had cutscenes that showed.
Yeah, true too.
Yeah, like it was the computer games for that series were
Was
so
that a
dark.
children's game?
How would you
No,
even?
it was meant to be an adult's game, even though it was.
You honest to
plastic
God cannot
soldiers.
make an M-rated Lego game, can you?
You can just have it say expletives out the butt and then you're fine.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Do
Just
what?
Every time a guy swings, he drops the F-bomb, you're gonna have an M-rated game real
Yeah.
fast.
There was a game like that. It was like, it was
Oh, I
pub-
can
it was
think of
published by
character games like
Bethesda, but it wasn't made by like Bethesda Softworks, but it was published by them.
What was the game called?
I forget what the name of the game was, but it was like some first-person shooter game, and the main character talks while you're playing.
Was it Bulletstorm?
I can't remember the name of it, but
Resistance?
all I know is
No.
every 2 seconds he drops an F-bomb. Not even kidding, not exaggerating. Like I've seen like gameplay footage of this. Literally, like, every time he gets just
Right,
this
Hell
F this F
Retribution?
every single.
No. He said it was
Every-
published by
I
Bethesda.
can't
Yeah.
remember. I don't know, so I'm just throwing
Every
them out there,
every 2
literally.
seconds he's cussing and swearing.
That's great.
It's terrible. It's unplayable. It's unwatchable. It's so stupid.
No, that's great. I would love that.
What were they thinking?
That's probably well, they actually have a Deadpool game, but that's getting really close to
A
Deadpool
Deadpool's
levels.
in a Lego game. Isn't that funny?
Lego Deadpool.
Yeah, that was weird.
Like, he has a set of missions you do.
Yeah, I saw him when she was playing. What was it?
Lego Marvel.
Yeah, that's what it was. She was playing
I
Lego
remember
Marvel.
him being in it. 'Cause I only
And
played one level.
You see him like trapped in a
So I
cop
wanted to
car
be
up on a
like-
roof somewhere. I'm like,
Copy.
that's Deadpool. Huh.
I don't think I
I don't know.
noticed him.
So to answer your actual question, since this is what always
Veered
happens,
off.
I'm going to answer the question in the way that any good philosopher would answer, by not actually answering the question.
Oh.
So, when has something actually lived up to the hype? Because I feel like, at least from my experience, nothing ever has. Like, whenever everyone's like, "Oh, this is gonna be so great," I usually just go into it and then it's like, yeah,
That's
that was
easy.
that was
The
fine.
Witcher.
I mean,
You're thinking of everything where the hype is maxed out. Think of something where it's not hyped to be amazing,
Prey.
but hyped to be good.
The newest
I haven't
Prey.
played Prey. I haven't touched it. I haven't gone
But
anywhere
no,
near it.
you asked me a question and I'm answering your question. So like, there was hardly any hype behind Prey. Like, there may
that's a
have
little
been.
different. That's like a hidden gem. Then
There probably was. I didn't see any hype for Prey. Really, like, oh my god, can't wait till this game.
There's a game in my Steam library, Europa Universalis 3. I got that game for free from the publisher just because I signed up for their forums. I put almost 450 hours in that game. It's one of the greatest games I've ever played. I had never heard of it before then. Never heard of it.
Hype and it surpassed
There was no
zero.
hype at all. Zero.
So
'Cause-
zero hype and it's great. So
Yes,
it surpassed
exactly.
the hype.
okay, there you
Hype
go.
is essentially a rating system.
Because it didn't.
almost, in a way.
It didn't.
Right.
There is no hype around
Its
that
hype
game.
is a bar, right?
It's non-existent.
It's like the bar is here because we hyped it up to here. So if
Mhm.
it's better than where the bar is, like,
Right.
anytime a game is a rating, it's essentially the
I
hype
mean,
for it.
That game was so hard to learn. I didn't feel like I was comfortable playing it until I was probably like 50 hours in, and I finally started to understand how the game actually
Yeah.
works.
Well, it's
And
really
like
complicated.
That is
I was playing it like, I think earlier this week, and I learned something that I never knew about it. And I'm like 450 hours in the game, and I still learn something new every time I play that game because the detail in that game is so immense.
That's really impressive.
Yeah, because there's so many little things that you never like would think to look at because they don't tell you about it. So you're just playing it, you're like, wait a minute, that told me that actually has that percentage of chance of happening. I never noticed that before. Or it'll be like, wait, so you're telling me that you only make this much money if you have this many ships to cover your sea lanes? I never knew that. It makes sense, but they don't tell you that. They just like, here's the game, have fun.
I can ask you if something's lived up to the hype yet, because I know day of you sunk 10 hours into it.
Probably. No, actually, not day of, the day after.
Okay,
Day of
that's
was
right.
A show day.
That's
and I
right.
barely played it.
You played 10 hours after. So, Fire Emblem Echoes, is it?
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Pretty solid?
It's
Is it everything you expected?
Yeah, actually. And I did watch a lot of videos on that. It
Leading
is
up to it.
Just yeah, pretty much.
You haven't beaten it yet?
No, because I'm goofing around. Because I read some things where people are like, oh yeah, this is only a 30-hour game. I'm like more than that in it, and I'm only on like the 4th part out of I think 5 or something like that.
Isn't that always weird? Like, what was it, Prey, when it came out, it's like, oh yeah, expect to sink like 40 hours into it. And I'm just under 30.
And you're nowhere near being done.
Oh no, I finished it.
Oh.
Yeah.
For me, it's the opposite, right? It's like, oh yeah, you can, but I think that's for people.
I also cheated like a bastard.
I think that's for people who just want to get straight to the point and just like chug through it. Because there's also, I saw like a lot of people were complaining about it being too hard. It hasn't been difficult for me, but
yeah, it's a remake of a previous Fire Emblem, right?
Yes,
so it's like going
the second one.
Yeah, it's going back to the
but if
second
I started
generation.
watching a Let's Play of the actual original game, and this new one is like nothing like it, with the exception of the characters basically have the same names, and the maps you play on are the same.
Okay, fair enough.
Which everybody loves to criticize the map design in that game. I have no problem with it whatsoever. Everyone's like, oh, it's so lame, it's so empty, there's no substance to it. I'm like, it's fine with me.
Huh. That's funny. Sort of pseudo remake of a game, and they criticize the map being empty when it's like, that's the way it was before.
Yeah.
And that's why people are mad, though, because they were like, they wanted it to be updated.
Right.
Don't try to figure out the Fire Emblem fan base. It's a mess.
Oh yeah, no, I believe it.
Good to know.
I believe it.
There's so many elitists, and then there's also so many people that are just like so chill. Mm-hmm. You have this duality, and one person will tell you like, "Oh man, I have so much fun playing those great games," and some person will say like, "Only the first 6 are real. The rest of them are not actually a real game." And they will break it down systematically and tell you everything wrong in their mind with every single one. They'll be like, this is why it's not a real game. Because of this, and they have a huge long list.
And they think that it can't be changed.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's overkill.
It's
like,
it's crazy.
Come on, guys. I can't exactly think of like what I've like seen hyped up and then just.
You're the one who came up with the topic.
I know, but it's like
Yeah,
it's easy to pick fun of. It was No Man's Sky, but I can say for a fact in the future, like there's gonna be things that aren't gonna live up to the hype. And that's going to be Final Fantasy VII Remake.
It's going to be like Airsoft tomorrow.
You're going to hate it. I'm going to love it. I've got a badass
gun.
gun.
Up for him, and he's going to be disappointed.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah. The one that's going to be disappointed is Jacob.
Why?
Is he actually going?
I think he is. I think he's coming with us.
Oh, man.
So, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, he's gonna be on our team, and he's just gonna turn and shoot us.
Even if he does, it won't count. He would be the guy to walk in and be like, "Nah, I actually don't want to be on their team. Can you put me on the other one?"
Why will he be disappointed?
No, I feel like he wouldn't do that because he would want to be on your team just to give you grief.
He'll love
Like,
Trader then.
You'll be like hiding around the corner. I'll be like, guys, he's right there.
Oh, what a dick.
Seriously.
Is this a bad idea?
No, it's a great idea.
Should we call this off?
Listen, you want hard mode?
No, because you want to add some extra difficulty. You want to play on lunatic difficulty, not hard.
I'm gonna be forced to
Hard.
shoot him in the back of the head, and he's gonna be pissed off.
In the back of the head.
No, I'm not. We'll just put duct tape over his face. Be like, shh, go to sleep now. But no, that's gonna be an interesting day. I will say interesting day, not awesome
That's
day.
a generic, politically correct word.
Yeah.
Also, it's my word because I always refer to anything that I don't have good words for, but I don't want to come off as a jerk, even though I'm already coming off as a jerk, and I just say, that's interesting. And I usually leave like a couple seconds pause in there too to make it sound like I'm actually thinking of something to say when I know I'm just gonna say that's interesting. I'm just like, that's
I
interesting.
feel like if you
You're
leave
even
pause-
bigger of a jerk when you do that.
If you leave the pause, then everyone knows that you can't find anything nice to say.
Exactly. But
Are you
that's,
trying to get
but
that across?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
exactly. Because I want them to know that I don't really have anything to say about it.
It's
So
like an all new level
That's
of.
fine. I thought you were trying to say that you were trying to make it sound like you were trying to be nice by giving a pause.
No, it's
Like,
it's
oh,
my
that's the
way.
opposite.
It's my way of conveying that I'm not interested, without saying blatantly I'm not interested. It's like you're smart enough to know that
Right.
that I'm hinting that.
But no, so speaking of airsoft, I guess I can talk about that a little bit.
Did Chrissy say anything about hype yet? Or Radical Machine?
No, not the last
Is there anything
question.
that you were...
Oh, sorry.
Well, I don't know if this counts because I haven't played it, but it got awesome reviews. Horizon Zero
That
Dawn.
can't, no, that doesn't count because you haven't been... It isn't ruined for you. It has to
Well,
be ruined.
See, I haven't played a lot of PS4 games.
She watched me play
You've
it.
never had anything that you played and you're like, this is not at all what I would thought it would be. That is amazing.
How about
Yeah.
those rage games where you're screaming at the screen at like 2 o'clock in the morning and I run out and say, shut up and turn it off?
Well, I don't
In between me puking
Oh,
everywhere.
we got just the game for you. Battletoads.
Battletoads.
Yeah,
Play
I
it.
heard,
Make sure you play it 2-player.
That's infamous, though.
Marsh and Radical
So?
Machine played Battletoads at 2 in the morning.
The infamy just
That would
hypes
be-
it up. It makes you.
I'm just
want
going
to
to kill
play
her.
It makes you
No,
want
you
to play
can't.
the game. You
And then
can,
just
but
go on and play single
No,
player.
you can't.
No.
Yeah.
No?
It makes you redo the
A
level.
lot of times,
if
you'll
That's
redo-
dumb!
if even one of you messes up, you both have to redo the whole
It's
level.
not always. It's only when you're in, like in the middle of like a racing or
Yeah.
something scene. But
That
then
is-
you'll have to-
The dumbest.
So does it count if
No,
I've
because you
seen
even-
someone else play it?
No.
No, because then it's not you playing
That's-
it. That's
that's-
still part of the hype. I mean, if it's like I guess because that's like if you enjoy if that's the activity is watching someone do something, you can be disappointed. But
Yeah.
only if you're like you're hyped to watch them play, and then you do, and you're like, oh, this isn't fun. I don't enjoy watching them play.
Oh, well, I
Excuse
enjoyed
me.
watching Marco play Horizon Zero Dawn.
It's not killing the hype then.
If anything,
Well,
that
I
would,
thought we
in
were
theory, make
talking
you
about
want to play
living
it more because you'd be
things
like,
living
"Huh,
up
I
to
wonder
the
what it's
hype.
like to experience that
The
myself."
last part.
No, she's talking about your question. Socrates.
Oh, your question.
Oh,
What's
The
My
what
take-
has
Well, that would be
lived
right.
up or exceeded the hype, and her
Yeah, okay.
answer is
Yeah, that would work.
Horizon Zero Dawn. That game's fantastic. I have yet to finish it. I gotta go back and finish
You
that
got like
game.
halfway through it, right?
I don't know. I honestly don't. I fought the robot T-Rex, and that was stressful as all hell.
Hey, Marshall, I have another one.
What?
Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Returns.
Oh,
That was hyped up, wasn't it?
no.
Oh.
13 was 13-2 wasn't hyped up because of 13, and then Lightning returns, and people are just like, no, just stop, please,
But
for the
wasn't it
love of
hyped
God,
up
stop. No, it
by
was
Squeenix?
no,
Oh.
and that reminds me of the funny picture that I saw in Life is Strange. It's like a story-driven game, but it's published by Square Enix. In the game, you walk up as one of the girls to a plasma TV, and they'll say, "Huh, that's some tasty-looking plasma there. Maybe I'll sit down and watch Final Fantasy Spirits Within." That's literally like the best sci-fi movie ever, and like is generally regarded as god awful, as really, really bad.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is hype the propaganda that we look at, or is it the way we interpret it? Like,
What? What's the
is
question?
hype the video itself, or is it you watching the video and getting excited?
Yeah.
It's you getting excited because hype is how excited.
Yeah, but you
people
feel
get.
like you might feel like you're being sucked into it though because everyone else is, and you're like,
Because if it's not the video itself, then hype is purely your fault. Because it's how you take something.
Yeah, because part of the hype of No Man's Sky was.
So we have no one to blame
Because-
for No Man's Sky but ourselves.
yeah, exactly.
For hearing the things we heard and getting excited about it.
There were some
Or do
things
we get
people
mad at
were
them for
hyped up.
saying things that
I-
weren't true?
I would say,
Which they did a lot of.
yeah.
They did say.
I
a lot
would
of things
say
that weren't
it's
true.
it's weird. It's a two-edged sword because you can blame like content creators getting excited, talking about their excitement, and then just further driving it higher and higher. But then that's mainly because someone else is getting excited, so then you're getting excited.
So if it's not,
But it
so
all-
you're saying it's
it-
not always deception from content creators, but it could be. The reasons why you get disappointed, like things are hyped up and they fail to meet expectations, is either deception or miscommunication.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So that's
Like
what it
I'll
boils
go
down
back to Final Fantasy 15.
Right.
Like there's a YouTuber that I listen to pretty much every week, Jesse Cox, and he's a Squeenix fanboy and everything. That's actually where I first started calling it Squeenix from.
Yeah.
Was him.
What's that? And I figured it out.
Yeah, and so and so he was just like, "Oh, shit looks so good," and whatnot, and like he added fuel to the fire
Okay.
and whatnot. And so because that fire was already probably burning out of control because of my fault, I would say he was just adding on to something that was already like, this is going to be
But
great.
that was your fault for watching that guy. People who didn't watch that guy's stuff
But see-
wouldn't have had that extra fuel
Right.
added to the fire.
Right. But I watched those guys to get an opinion, really. And like to,
So they're the hype guys for you. They're your
Yeah.
propaganda of sorts that you listen to.
yeah. It is propaganda
So
for
you
them.
didn't
They-
have your own opinion on it. You allowed somebody else
Or-
to have an opinion.
I
You
had
one,
my
but you let
opinion.
them not manipulate it, but like they affected your opinion on it.
Mold-
They
molded
formed
it to
your
their own.
opinion.
Yeah.
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 So if you got disappointed because it wasn't as good as you thought, you wouldn't blame them though because they're just having their opinion on what they saw.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't blame them. Like, oh my god, you know, they
You
They-
did this.
they said it looked
You,
like
you
this.
should. You should go
But
on
what
those
if
videos.
alternatively they play the game and they're like, "This is amazing," and then you play it and it sucks? Then you would blame them. Kind of.
I
Because
think
you'd
at
be
that
like,
point in time it would be an opinion as well.
everything's. I mean,
But
anything you've heard
I
from someone's an opinion.
I wouldn't blame a content creator. I would say like, well, they enjoyed this, but I didn't because of this. And so I would just be like, I don't get why they enjoyed it. Whatever.
Do you lose value to them as a piece of like
No.
someone that? You're
The-
telling me if you have someone on a pedestal that's like, this game's amazing, like someone's like, all right, he says No Man's Sky is awesome, and you play it and it sucks. He says another game's awesome, you're not going to do a double take.
No, I would. I would
so
do
it
more
does-
research.
It does drop down then.
But no, because I would still be taking into account their opinion of them saying, oh, No Man's Sky's great, and then they go and it's like, I don't know, Witcher 3's amazing and whatnot.
Right.
And then I would be like, you like No Man's Sky. I'm just going to leave that there because it literally says everything. Then you say you like this. I'm going to go and do more research into this so that way I know I'm not getting burned.
I would go, so me personally, I would be like, this guy, I don't trust this guy in anything. Like, how does he find happiness?
You would just lose trust in that person completely.
I would not take their opinions into factor anymore. Just because if someone legitimately enjoyed that game, which I find nothing that I played it for like, they played it for more than 2 hours. Up to 2 hours, I'm like, all right, you can still find some joy in that because it's kind of fun. Like, oh look, I'm on a planet, look at these cool things, and then you realize everything's a loop. That's where you're like, okay, this game's done.
Yeah.
But
no, but you can learn all the language words though. Just fly around enough and find enough of those little. Then you can figure out what every single sentence is.
Ooh.
how many hours did you play? 20. And you think the game is bad, right?
It's It's one of those regrets.
Losing the credibility for me.
Oh no, if he says the credibility. I have to admit, I think I played it more than 2 hours.
I think I have because we're all hopeful though, but it's not like we're saying it's good after that.
Right.
If someone's saying it's
There's
good,
my proof.
like 2 hours, okay, it still could be good because they haven't figured out how bad it is because they haven't played it. Like they're like, oh, this is the beginning, then it's gonna go to this and this and this because they assume it's gonna progress. You played it and you think it's bad because you played 20 hours. So I'm like, oh, he's been in it. He knows that it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Yeah. I will say the only reason I put 20 hours into that game is because of the Atlas Stones. And I wanted to get to the final one. I get to the final one and I find out that I don't have enough Atlas Stones. So I have to cheat and glitch the way, and then I just ran out of fuel, and I'm like, it's not worth it.
Right.
I couldn't make the jump, and I'm like, I have no clue where I'm
the
at.
Same for me. If someone said this game was really bad and they found out they played for a half hour, and I'm like, well, it might have just been a slow start. Maybe you can actually figure out if it's bad or not. I'm still gonna possibly try that game out.
Yeah.
Apparently
there's a big texture update though. Makes everything look better.
Ooh.
Oh god.
Texture. Where do you see that?
Nope.
That's what they spent my money on. Texture packs.
Yep.
No, he heard it from somewhere else.
They charged everyone $60 a piece for the standard edition.
You know what'd be amazing and also the worst thing in the world is if they release a season pass where you can do multiplayer and it doesn't work.
And then they just make off like robbers and get lost.
Yeah, you can see the people in the game and they just drop in an AI on one of the planets.
Did that guy did they delete their Twitter?
Mostly negative.
No, I doubt it.
You know, it's mostly negative right now.
Because I remember people were making a big deal when they weren't posting on their Twitter immediately after it was released.
I mean, I would do the same thing. Man.
Their PR,
I would go into a whole...
Their PR personnel literally told them, "Look, we're just gonna drop off the face of the earth, not talk about anything that we're doing, and then we're gonna release the next thing." And it was base
building. Look at all those pictures, though. They're trying to. Well, the audience can't see, but
right.
I mean, the game looked kind of cool.
The pictures make it look kind of legit.
It's just, they make it look so varied.
Right.
And it's like you're going to see that on every place.
That doesn't exist. That does not exist anywhere in the game files.
Yeah, they made their own. It's supposed to be like an RNG thing, but they actually had like a custom thing they made for a trailer, like a representation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, exactly. It wasn't what's actually in the
bullshit.
Why is this still $60?
Not
Wow.
recommended. Wait, it is. Wait, hold on.
Bought this game on a flash sale.
That doesn't count though. See, like, even when you leave a review, Steam has a thing where they say, "Did you receive this game for free?" or something like that.
Well, that's
because
that's because it's them saying like, "Look, this person received the game for free, and they gave an outstanding review, but it's a shit game."
Right.
It's meaning someone got paid to say it. Which that was a whole controversy on YouTube like last year, where people were getting paid and they were hyping stuff up that they weren't disclosing it, and so Like, there was that whole thing.
Yeah, whenever I see a person that's like a real
I should just read just
84,982 reviews.
I love reading bad reviews from people, not critics.
We need to petition a mass
people,
refund.
From actual people. They're really funny often, and they're really
as wide as an ocean, but has the depth of a puddle. That's great. Angry Joe.
I always assume whenever someone people plays the game that they're getting paid to play it.
Perhaps.
Pros: lots of space, lots of planets, lots of animals, aliens, ships, settlements. Cons: lots of space filled with things you've seen within the first 2 hours of the game.
2 hours.
2 hours, and then it becomes a loop.
It really does.
User negative reviews are great, especially for music. Go on iTunes, look up an album that you love, and read all the negative reviews. It's so funny what people will say. Okay. If it's any kind of rock music, the word Nickelback will appear in that review.
Not recommended. 4.3 hours on record. Product received for free. I overpaid.
That's awesome.
That's brilliant.
I will make this guy famous forever.
We got the username.
Can you be famous if no one knows who you are?
I don't care, but that's out in the world.
Received product for free. I overpaid.
Left a review.
Oh yeah, I know, but
yeah, because he paid for it in his own time.
On the picture that Marshall made.
Yeah, no, who cares?
Okay.
Just leave it.
But that's genius.
I think, in short, the only hype that I've been disappointed by or let down by is the own hype that I generate. Because I think I put my
so you get really excited for something personally, and then
so I read the series before she even had books. I got really excited, and then I saw the movie, and I was really disappointed because I was like, these books are nothing like this movie is, and I got super sad. But
what about the Netflix series?
I was more okay with that, but see that point, I was so I'm not expecting anything.
Right. Okay.
That's why I don't want there to be a Bartimaeus movie series.
I think,
yeah, not to mention that's so long ago, and
yeah,
if it took
so
them
long, I don't think so.
till now to actually get it out, that'd be weird. But I mean, you can't really say that because of the Witcher series.
I still want people to make content. You guys are afraid a lot of the times that people are going to ruin something, but I don't. I'm more optimistic where if it's bad, whatever, it sucked. If it's good though, then I have a good thing of this thing that I like. So it's okay, worst case scenario, I wasted an hour and a half, 2 hours of my life on something that sucked, but I'm not going to ever that's it.
Yeah.
Best case scenario, I had this amazing thing that I saw. It blew my mind. So whenever it's I hope they don't do this, I'm I hope they do. Whatever. If it's good, then awesome.
I'll say another thing that recently came up and did not live up to the hype was it the Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children?
I never saw it.
Yeah, that one.
That movie was really lackluster, and it just turned into them fighting Slendermen.
Except I liked it.
Slender.
See, I wish you liked it.
Yeah, that was
Can't
weird.
kill her hype.
Yeah, it was a
But then sometimes some things become
interesting movie.
Some things become so bad that they become cult classics.
Oh yeah.
And then they can be interpreted as being good because they're so
It's
bad.
so bad it's good.
Dare I say amazing.
People bring that up a lot, and it's it's so bad it's good, and then someone will just say, no, don't listen to him, that's a bullshit reason, he doesn't know what he's talking about. That's happened numerous times.
I wonder if there's at least one No Man's Sky review where somebody gave a thumbs up and said, this game sucks, but that's why it's so great. No, I can't imagine that.
No, that wouldn't exist.
There has to be a certain type of
there has
bad
to be
it's good.
Yeah,
No
there
Man's
has
Sky
to be
has
some
so
kind
bad
of
where you're
redeeming.
playing and meteors just start crashing and it's unwinnable. That's the kind of so bad it's good where you just crack up about how impossible a game Battletoads.
Yeah.
It's a good game. It's impossible though. So if we actually try to play it, like we were dying because we kept dying 100 times in a row. That's not a good thing to have in a game. You want people to be able to play your game. And that was really bad that it was
that kind of design would never fly in modern.
When we weren't having a good time at that, we were laughing at ourselves dying over and over and over again. Because it was good because it was so bad at how bad we were in a sense.
Right.
Isn't that weird when you have a game that's like a constant death fest, but you're laughing at
I think
it?
that's why people like Mario
Dark
Kart.
Souls?
But yeah, exactly my point. Then you
People get serious about that. If you're enjoying yourself though, like I think if you're in a group,
it's all about. But in that case, it's all about how seriously you're taking it, right? Mm-hmm. Like if you're playing a game
to win.
and to win, and you really badly want to finish it, and you just getting your ass kicked by the game, then you're going to get super frustrated and want to throw your controller or whatever through the screen. But what if you're playing something
just to have a good time?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or you, like with Battletoads, if you're like, oh, I've heard of this, I heard it's brutally hard, and then you play it and you're like, yeah, it's just as hard as
I think that's why people like YouTube channels that are gamer channels like Game Grumps and stuff. They'll play stuff just to mess around in it.
Mm-hmm.
And, like the game can suck, but they're still having a blast because they're not playing.
That's
it.
why they played that Barbie game.
Yeah, the Barbie casino game where they were playing craps and they were trying to hit big and hit a jackpot. That I want to say they spent like half an hour on it, and all he was doing was betting on 23 black.
That was Dead or Alive or whatever it was. Wasn't it like the?
No, it was a Barbie game.
No.
Yes.
No.
I remember they played this Barbie at the beach game.
I will. Okay. I will. But like they spent so much time trying to hit on this, and then they finally did it, and he just exploded.
And whatnot.
Because they hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely not the Barbie game.
There was also a dating sim game.
But anyway, and then with movies, obviously you're not trying to win, you're just enjoying yourself no matter what. It's just if people take it seriously or not. The movie.
Right.
It's like, oh, I can't enjoy it now.
Yeah.
So that's when someone says it's so bad it's good, it's because they're not taking it seriously. They're just enjoying it. If someone always takes a movie seriously, they probably hate those.
Which you can do that, I guess, if you hear from a lot of people that something's actually not that impressive and a lot of people don't like it. Yeah. You can be like, you know what? I haven't seen it yet, but now that I've heard people talking like that, I'm going to go into it and just say, I'm just going to...
Batman vs. Superman.
That's exactly. Same thing with me.
Yeah.
I've mentioned it so many times.
But if I went opening day and I wanted to see this amazing movie, I'd probably be disappointed.
But I waited a couple weeks, and by that point, I had heard so many people rip on it. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go and kick back and then enjoy this film.
It was great.
And it was great.
Movie.
When you look at it from that perspective,
for wrong reasons.
It's like...
Do you guys want to watch the 3-hour version?
No.
I have that one.
No. I heard that might actually be good, so I don't want to be let down when it's bad.
We just have to make sure we actually watch that.
Yeah,
one.
no, they're like, this one's actually
the
fixed.
Story makes sense now.
Yeah.
That
was what was the movie we just recently watched where it's like we got an hour and a half into it and it's like, what's actually going on?
Isn't that the one with all the murders that were happening? That was hilarious. The one you brought over to my place.
Oh, the burn after
reading. That's what it was.
That was amazing too.
Like I looked into it and I'm like, what is actually
when that movie
happening?
was over, I was like, what happened?
I was still unsure, but it was a great movie because you weren't taking it serious.
Yeah.
Moral of the story, don't take anything seriously. You're going to have a great life.
Just go in, expect to just have a load of fun.
What's the dialogue from Morty, from Rick and Morty? It's like, everybody dies. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Come watch TV.
Yeah.
It's very applicable.
That's a very philosophical note to end on.
Yes.
It's amazing.
You heard it here first.
On one topic.
Yes, not from Socrates for once.
Not even from Socrates. Well, let's be honest, my opinion has probably not been very philosophical. Or have they?
He's secretly running the world. Don't trust Socrates.
Don't take him seriously.
Don't trust Blitz.
Yeah, exactly. Don't take the show seriously, you'll enjoy it more.
That's not a joke.
Someone's irate right now. They're like, they do this every week. Just joke around.
That's why we don't have an audience.
Yeah, it's not, and that's not actually a joke. It's the truth. It's the sad truth. Where it's like we don't even take ourselves seriously.
Shit.
At one point, I
Isn't
think
that when it's
we
funnier?
wanted to, and then we realized that in order to actually get a audience and be noted,
It's
have to,
way too much damn
it's
work.
so much effort. You have to be on a network. You have to get all the right. You have to know people. You have to have people set you up. You gotta.
You get to know
advertise
someone,
effectively.
you guest on someone else's podcast, and then you say, "Oh yeah, you know."
Play some violin music right now. Look at the slow.
Yeah,
slow
exactly.
descent to sadness.
It's like, yeah, no. Since you guys went on for like 45 minutes talking about anime, when are you two gonna start an anime podcast? It's like, you know what? No, that's actually a good
But I'm
idea.
just saying though, yeah,
Buy
there's so much that
$300
goes
worth
into
of
it.
equipment.
It's all who you know, and it's all getting in touch with the right people.
Yep.
And,
Buy $300
and having-
worth of equipment. Do this for 32 weeks, and then you go back to that network
There's
and find
also-
out that there's
there's
another
also-
Outcast podcast on there.
There's also the point too that I think I texted it to you where I said like usually I'm not a podcast viewing guy, generally speaking, but I've noticed like a lot of them have like a video component. Like so like as we're talking about something, so like say we were talking about No Man's Sky a lot, right? Somebody would be like a producer showing like clips of the gameplay
Yeah, the guy
or
that in
something.
the crickets earlier.
Yeah.
The guy that
Hey,
doesn't
Bill.
exist.
But that's what I'm saying. So that's another thing that we don't have. It's just
Can
we're
you
just, we're
add
just
in
voices
yourself,
talking.
editing?
So-
You guys should
Bill
have
was
We need
the
a control
praying
room.
mantis.
Episode 31 will be the quest for Bill, and you guys will have search actively during the podcast for finding an editor that will do stuff for free.
We got to time travel.
That'd be exciting.
Just go on. Just like show
Like,
your
save it
screen.
for
Just
next
like
week.
show your screen while you're doing it, and
Yeah.
we're like going online and like looking like.
You guys could have a race. The first person to find a free editor will win. Destiny 2.
The-
Have a good night, folks. See you next week.
Good night.